Good morning, friends. Happy to meet you again in the final session on Bibexcel. The last two sessions, we had an analysis on how you can convert the data downloaded from Web of Science database into a .doc file which can be understood, which can be analyzed in Bibexcel software. And I even demonstrated on what are the tags which can be analyzed, single tag analysis, and single tag which has multiple components in it. So that analysis, so we had seen thread bit manner. But one thing which we had problem in the last session was that I was not able to show you how you can extract the name of the author, year of publication, and the journal name from cited references. That is a problem we had in the last session. I thought before I start the third part of the session on Bibexcel, I thought I would show you how we can go about with that particular aspect. So let me go to my file. Let me go to C drive, then users, desktop, then data for Bibexcel analysis, then WOS training.doc. That by our base file. Fine. And as I told you, what is the tag name? The tag which has got all the cited references are found in CD field. So I click CD, fine, and I say any semicolon separated field because this single field has got many items. Each item is separated by a semicolon. So click on prepare, say okay, then again okay, say no, you'll get the answer. So now if you take the first article, it has got more number of cited references, and each and every reference is given a separate line. Fine. So we have got the output now. 549 records are analyzed, and we have 17,976 references which are appended to these 549 research papers under study. Now, from these cited references, I would show you how you can extract the authors, how you can extract the age of the references, and how you can take away the journal name. Fine. So come to the left portion. Here there's an option called cited author. Click start descending, say start, click OK, you'll get the answer. Okay. Among those 17,000 cited references, 96 references were to Balasubramaniam, 88 to Wang, 84 to Parr. It goes this order. So this you can find out who are the most productive authors who are mentioned in the cited references appended to research papers. It's the first thing. And second, let me go to my training.doc, my base file. I go to CD old tag, any semicolon separated field. I click prepare, say okay. I say okay, I say no. Fine. So once again, you'll get the same result where each and every cited reference is listed one by one. Here, instead of cited author, let me click cited year. Fine. I want to extract cited year. Fine. Start descending, say start, say okay. You can see here, there are 1,484 documents which have cited references published in the year 2009, 2008, 2007, 2006. This way, you can see the whole list of the age of cited references. So what you can do is that you can go to Excel file, open this training.cit, and you copy, add column percentage, everything, and your table is ready. Fine. The same way, let me select this OUT out file, which has got the result. From this file, once again, let me go to cited journal, start descending, click start, say okay. You can see here now, the most productive journals appeared among the cited references have come as a result. For example, 39 cited references were from Journal of Indian Chemical Society and 36 from IEEE system, something like that, and 35 from physics, chemistry, something like that. So these are the journals, okay, which were most frequently used among the cited references. Fine. So this way, by using one particular field called CD field, you can generate 5 different tables. What are the 5 tables? You can find out which is the or which 10 are the most cited references. I told you in the last session. And secondly, you can find out range of cited references. Cited reference 1 to 10, how many articles? 11 to 20, how many articles? You can have a range of cited references. And thirdly, the most cited authors in the cited references. The most cited years, age of the references. Then most cited journals among the cited references. So just by taking this one particular tag, you can create 5 tables for your research work. Fine. So this is one thing which we had a problem in the last session. I think you are clear now. So now let me step into this particular third part of the session, wherein I would like to concentrate only one aspect. That is, see, till day we have seen how to analyze a single tag, maybe author, maybe year, maybe document type, something like that. Now, in this part, I would like to demonstrate how you can analyze 2 tags together. How you can create a cross tabulation of 2 units, 2 tags. For example, I want to find out either year-wise, document type-wise distribution. I want year-wise total citations. I want year-wise number of cited references. See, you can have 2 tags. You want to analyze both the tags as a kind of cross tabulation to each other. So how can we do that? Fine. So let me go to training.doc. I say view file. This is our training file. Fine. Now, for example, I have DT's document article. Fine. Now, I want to find out document type versus year of publication. So I want to take both the tags, both the fields. I want to create a combined table. Fine. So let me start with DT, document type. I type document type in the old tag column. Here, document type is single thing, so whole field intact. There only one answer, not 2. Say I say prepare. Say okay, okay. It gives a list. First paper is an article, second paper is an article. Fine. Now this is we already seen this also. Now I want to add year of publication as another component of this particular table. How to do that? Please come here and type PY. You know, PY stands for publication year. Here, add field to units. That means if you want to add any more field to the result, you can click here. Add field to units. Say okay. Say no. Okay, yes. You can see here, previously we had only 2 columns. Now, third column has come. First article, first paper, it is an article published 2014. Second paper is a second research paper. What we have is a research, it's a journal article published in 2014. This way, it shows you. Fine. Now, for all the 549 papers, I got document type and year of publication. Okay, fine. Now, what is the name of the file? See, whenever you create a result in Bibexcel, which is out of the combination of 2 tags, 2 fields, then obviously the file extension will be .jn1, joint jn1. Remember this? Fine. Now, let me go to MS Excel. I go to File. I say Open. Let me go to Desktop. Let me go to Data. Let me go to WOS. Click all files. Fine. You can see here now training.jn1. Click that. Say Open. Fine. It asks you to split the columns. I say next. I say next. I say finish. You can see here 3 columns are there, and I go to insert. First one is the serial number, second is document type, and third is the publication year. Fine. Is it clear? Now I got 3 columns. Now I want to create a matrix, 2 into 2 matrix, a cross tabulation between these 2 items. How to do that? It's very simple. First of all, you click your cursor over here and click these three columns and press shift control, press shift control and click downward arrow. Fine. So you need to press three things: shift, control and downward arrow to select all the 549 records. Now all are selected. Now I'm going to create a table. How to do that in Excel? Excel is having a wonderful provision called a pivot table. See, insert pivot table, a table that helps you to create cross tabulations of two different values based on their frequency. Fine. And here I go to insert, I go to pivot table, again I select pivot table. So it automatically has selected the range, all the 549 items. I say okay. And you can see here a small right side, you can see pivot table field list has come. That means MS Excel asks you to define out of these three items, which one should be placed in the column, which one should be placed in the row, and on which field basis analysis is to be done. So three things you have to decide. For example, I want publication here to be placed in the row. So I give a single left click. I drag it. I hold my left side of my mouse button. I drag it and I leave it in rows. Fine. You can see here, here has come. Then I select document type by giving a single left click. I drag it to columns label. See now, columns, the document types are appear. And thirdly, I have got a serial number. So I take a serial number. I go to values. I go to values. Something else. Let me remove this. Okay. A serial number I have taken, but it says sum. I don't want a sum. You click this small arrow button. Click on value field settings and go and select count. So I want only simple count. How many letters were published? How many reviews are published? How many research full text papers are published? I just want to count. Select count, say OK. You can see here, you can see the result now. It's very clear. Now this is year. I have selected in the row, and this is a document type. I want to be the column headings and counts are there. That means out of 96 articles published in 2009, 92 are articles, one is a proceedings paper, one is a book review, and 2 are reviews. This kind of cross tabulation you can create using pivot table. Okay, you can select the portion, say copy, you can go a new sheet and you can paste. If you can add a percentage so that the table, cross tabulation is ready. That is document type wise, year wise, publication of systems research biology, something like that. You can add it. Find the table is ready. So this is how you create cross tabulation. Once the process over, kindly close this JN1 file. This file, no, you can just close it. Okay. If you want, you can save it and close it. Fine. So this way we can have two tags and you can combine them and you can do analysis. Okay, let me show you another example. Click on training.doc, click view file. Our original file is there. Now I have to find out year-wise total citations. Oh, fine. Otherwise, I want to have maybe like let me take something like number of references you can take, total citations, or usage count. You can take and analyze, no problem. Any two things you can take. For example, let me take another example: authored versus publication year. I just want to know which authors published papers in which and all years. I want to take top 10 authors, most prolific authors. I want to find out year-wise distribution of research productivity of top 10 authors, something like that. Okay. So what I do is that first I select author, go to old tag, type AU. AU field may have more than one answer, more than one author. So I click any semicolon separated field. I say prepare. I say okay. I say okay. I say no. Fine. So you can see here first article written by two authors, first Kamal and Sethuraman. So this is listed. Now authors are ready. Now I want to add one more element called the publication year to the authors. How to do that? Once again, go to alt tag, type PY, year of publication, and click add field to units. Say OK, say no, say yes. Fine. This for overwriting. Fine. You can see here one more new column has come. That is, this is record number, this is name of the author, and this is year of publication. Fine. I got a new file named as training.jn1. Let me go to Excel. I'll go to file. I go to open. Once again, let me go to desktop and I'll go to my folder. I go to my folder once again, click on all files. You get training.jn1. Okay, say open. Fine. Next, next, finish. Now three columns have come. Let me name the column. You should name the first. First one is serial number. Second one is author. Next one is publication year. So these are ready. Now I want to select. Okay, select first row, three columns. Click Shift, Control, and then press downward arrow. All the 549 records are selected. Fine. Let me go to Insert. Click on Pivot Table. Click on Pivot Table. Click on OK. Now all the fields are come. Let me decide which field should come in the row item, which field should come in the column item, and which should be the field for finding out the frequency. So I select publication year. Let me go to column label. Let me select author. Let me go to row label. Select serial number. Take it to value section. Here sum of serial number is there by default. Please select that. Go to value field settings. Click count. Say OK. Fine. You can see the result here. Beautiful result. Here Agarwal has written 3 articles, one in 2013 and 2 in 2012. What you can do is that you can select the grand total, the total of records written by authors, and here there is an option for sorting. You can take something like maybe you select this, maybe largest to smallest, say OK. So now you can see here Balasubramaniam is the author with 124 research papers, of which 19 in 2009, 20 in 2010, and so on. And you can take either the entire table, you can take only those authors, those who contributed 10 or more authors. There are more papers. So go to your file, okay, you can paste, your table is ready. That means this is the year-wise distribution of top 10 most productive authors in your research field. So this kind of combinations and all you can carry out in Bibexcel. So let me select my file, where at my analysis, let me close the file. Otherwise, no, this will create a problem. I say no, let this file be there, or even this file also can be closed after saving. You can close this file also. Fine. Fine. So the second example. So I would like to show you only one more example. See, we had seen something called Web of Science categories or research areas. I just want to find out how a particular research area is progressing in my research data. So I have collected data from a particular institute or a particular subject, maybe like artificial intelligence or e-commerce. I want to know in e-commerce what are the various research areas that are getting prominent. What are the research areas which have shown a kind of declining trend in terms of number of counts? So to analyze those things, what I do is that let me go to my base file, training.doc. I click view, file is there. I select SC. I think if I'm right, SC is a field tag name for research areas. I suppose, yes, I'm right. SC stands for subject category. Okay. One record may have more than one subject category. So I select any semicolon separated field. I click prepare. I say OK. I say OK. I say no. Fine. Now let's come. So first record is put in 2 different research areas, and second record is having only one research area called polymer science, and third area is got only electrochemistry. So many different kinds of subject or research areas are there. Now I want to find out year-wise growth of different research areas in my selected topic. Fine. How to do that? You go to PY, publication year, click on add field to units. I say okay, I say no, I say yes. Fine. This for overwriting. Fine. Now you can see here, this document was published in 2014. First record, second record was published in 2014. So it shows all the records. Now, as usual, once you get training.jn1, this is an extension for all these kinds of two tags, combined files. You go to MS Excel, fine. Go to open, fine. And let me select for my folder. I go to data. I have my file. I click all files. I select training.jn1. I say open. I just split it, next, next, finish. It has come. As usual, let us give the column headings. First one is serial number. Then is research area. Then comes publication year. Now, see? Ready. Now I select the first row. I press shift, control and downward arrow to select all the 549 records. I go to insert. I go to pivot table. I select pivot table. I say okay. So all three items have come. Let me take research area into rows because many items are there. Publication year on the column, it is very less in number, so I have chosen year of publication to appear as column headings. And serial number as a value to be analyzed. By default, the sum is there. Click on this arrow, select value field settings and click count, say okay. Now you can see now. See, agriculture, 4 documents, out of which 2 are published in 2010, one was in 2009, and one was in 2011. Once again, you can select this, control shift plus downward arrow. All the items are selected. Once again, you can go and click this button, largest, smallest, say okay. So MEC is the topmost research area in the institution I have chosen, and followed by engineering, then physics, then mathematics, police. So what you can do is that you can just select the top, the research areas which have contributed 10 or more than 10 papers, copy it, go to a new file, maybe go to new, create, and you can control V. See, now another table is ready. So this is year-wise distribution of year-wise research area-wise distribution of your research output. So these are a few examples wherein you can add 2 different tags to create a crash tabulation of your analysis. And see, there is no limit on this particular style. You can have a country versus document type. You can have country versus publication year. You can have main organization versus publication year. You can have country versus total citations. You can have main organization versus total citation. You can have journal versus total citation. You can have author versus document type. You can have keywords versus publication year. You can have author versus citation. So this way you can have any number of combinations, but the same process, whatever we have done now, I have shown you now, you will follow it. You can have these kinds of cross tabulations in Bibexcel. Fine. So that's what I want to show you. Before we close the session, I will tell you 3 more things. One is how to calculate H index. So I want to calculate H index for authors. How can we do it in Bibexcel? So just very simple. You have to take author as one field, total citation is another field, and you can calculate H index. Let me proceed with that. So you need the name of the authors first. So let me go to my file, training.doc, click view, your file is there. Go to the old tag, I type AU, you know AU stands for author. The field author may have more than one author, more than one item. So I select any semicolon separated field. I say prepared, I say okay, I say okay, I say no. You can see now all the authors are listed. Now I want to add total citation to the names of the authors. How to do that? Come back to old tag, type TC. TC stands for total Web of Science Core Collection time cited. Okay. Click on add field to units. Say okay. No. Let us override, no problem. You can see here First article has got 12 citations. Second article has got 9 citations. Okay, third one has got 5 citations. So these three things are now available. Fine. So now what I am going to do is that now I am going to type a small formula here. It goes 2 by 3. What is the formula? You have type 2/3 in the box section. Then go to edit out file and you have to click an option called select columns. What is that? You have to select columns. Okay, it says, shall I do that? Yes, okay. Okay, now I have selected the columns. Now what is the last step? I go to analyze, I click H index. I say yes. I say okay. See here, you got a beautiful result now. Let me go to MS Excel to explain what this result is all about. What is the name of the file as usual? Yes, you are right. Training.hdx. It has given you the H index, so it is termed as hdx file. So let me go to MS Excel. I go to file, I go to open, I go to desktop, I go to my file, and I go to my folder, and I go to all files. 1 minute. Amaguti, plug point PowerPoint. Appa charge is wrong, Appa. Charge is wrong, Appa. I'm sorry, my phone is having a low battery, so I asked my daughter to bring a charger. Fine, let me go. And here you have to select training.hdx. I'm sorry. Okay, select training.hdx. Click on open. Say next. Finish. You can see now a beautiful table has come. It has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. First column says what is the H index of an author. Second column says what is the name of the author. And third column says citations. And fourth column also says citations. And last column tells how many articles the particular author has written. Fine. You can ask the question, sir, why 2 columns are there? Citations. What is the difference between those two? Let me just expand and tell you. Yes. This is author Balasubramaniam, and his H index is 35, followed by John S.A. with 26, and Meenakshi with 25, Rakhyappan with 23, and Muralidharan with 22, Mari Muthu with 23. So all the H index of authors are listed, name of the author, and here number of articles written by Mr. Balasubramaniam, Mr. John, Mr. Meenakshi, Mrs. Meenakshi, and all. Then this means Dr. Balasubramanian has got 3,307 citations. This is the total number of citations Dr. Balasubramanian had received for 124 articles. Fine. And what is this? Citation sum within H score. It means that to get the H index of 35, how many citations received? That means for the article till he received 35 citations, okay, the total citations he received for those many articles are 1902. Okay, fine. Are you getting it? So H index is nothing but, if you say Balasubramaniam has got 35 as his H index, it means that 35 of his articles are cited at least 35 times. That means if there are 35 articles, all the 35 articles are cited at least 35 times. Minimum 35 times they are cited. That's why his H index is 35. So till that particular article, how many citations he received? So that total is 1902. This is another beautiful table. You can have one table like name of the author and H index, and second table, name of the author with all citations. Third table, name of the author with citation sum within H score. So from this you can have 3 different tables. Fine. And this is how you can calculate H index of authors. Fine. So far we discussed how you can take 2 tags and you can combine them to form a cross tabulation. You may ask the question, sir, is it possible to have 3 tags to be analyzed in a single table? Yes, of course we can do it. But only thing is the table will become very clumsy and very lengthy, and you may feel difficult to write interpretation, but still it is possible. For example, let me go to training.doc. I click view file. Now I want to select publication here. Fine. And I go to whole field intact, prepare. I say okay, okay. Yes, no problem. Here year has come. Now in the year, I want to add document type. Fine. DT, add field units. Okay. No for any, nothing to order it. You can overwrite. See, now two tags are added. Now I want to add one more thing called total citations. So click TC in the old tag, click add field to units, say okay. No. You can see now. See, first record published in 2014. It is an article that got 12 citations. So this way, any number of fields you can, any number of tags you can add, and you can form a cross tabulation of more than 2 items also. So these are the few things which you can actually do in Bibexcel. But dear friends, please understand whatever I had covered in these 3 sessions, they are just maybe 20% of the strength of Bibexcel. Remaining 80% is to be explored by me, and that is to be explored by you too in the days to come. So this is all about analyzing the data what we have downloaded from Web of Science database. You can ask a question, sir, what about Scopus data and what about PubMed data? Same. Only thing is, those formats will have different tag names. Okay, here we say AU, in Scopus it may be called some other tag. So only tag you should understand. For example, let me go here, data for Bibexcel analysis. Here, let me select Scopus RIS data. I have got RIS data, Research Information System. When I was downloading data from Scopus, I downloaded the data in the form of RIS format. Fine. How many files are there? There are 2 files. Okay, let me see how you can analyze these data in a couple of minutes. So you can select both the files as we did previously. I want to combine both the files into a single file. You can give a click on this box, type new file name, double click. You can give a name for the file. You can say final Scopus. Fine. Okay, and you can say edit, go to file, append all selected files to another. Say okay. Okay, you wait for some time. Now both the files are getting merged into a single file. If you're having only one file, you can start doing the analysis. Since I've got 2 files, I need to combine both the files which I've taken from Scopus. In the same way, you can download the documents from PubMed file. PubMed is a free database, and you can download in text file, or there's something called a Medline format. You can download the things in Medline format also, it accepts. Let us see why it takes some more time. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to check it. And I think it's take more records are there, because when you're downloading the data from Web of Science, at a time you can download only 500 records. Fine. But in the case of Scopus, you can download around 2000 records at a time. Okay, so you can download 2000 records at a time. That's why I think it takes a little time. Let us wait for some time. If it doesn't take less time, we'll move on to PubMed database. I'll show you how you can analyze a PubMed database. I think it takes more time to analyze, or so we'll do one thing. Let us we'll close Bibexcel. We'll come back and start afresh. See, close the program. I click Bibexcel once again. I go to C drive. In C drive, users, desktop, data. In data, I go to Scopus RIS data. I think it has come. Final scopus.ris. View file. Maybe let us try again, no problem. I give a click here. I select once again our normal file name, training. That is easy to remember. I say training.ris. I go to file. I say append all selected files to another. Say okay. Let us see now. The number of records are more in size. Web of Science takes some more time to do the analysis also. For example, whatever analysis I had shown you, I had only 549 records taken from Web of Science, so less the number. So it was speedy enough to analyze all the indicators. But here, I think more records are there, so it takes some time. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Otherwise, you'll close this and go to PubMed data set. Or let me do one thing. Instead of combining two files, I'll show you how Bibexcel deals with the RAS files. Maybe in your side, from your side, you can take more time to um, merge the records in the same way what I told you for the previous Web of Science case. I go to data, I go to Scopus. I take only one file now. Okay, I'll take only one file. Just come now, but I think since we close the program in between, no. So I'll take first file 2010-14.ris. I go to edit doc file, replace line feed with the carriage return. Say okay. Say okay, no problem. Now it is analyzing the file. Let us see what is the result of this analysis. I think it's got some issue with the RA system. Maybe we will come back to it a bit later. So now we will select a PubMed file and see. Maybe by the time I think system becomes okay, we'll come back and analyze the other one. Let me go to data. Let me go to PubMed data. I got only one data. This PubMed result, the Medline Covin format. Okay, let me go to miscellaneous, convert to dialog format, convert from Medline format. Okay, let's say okay. Now it is converting the txt file what I downloaded from PubMed into a file that can be understood by Bibexcel. See, the result is there. Here fields names are different. See, PM, OW, ST, LR, IS, DP, DI, TA stands for title, and AB stands for abstract, FA stands for first author, AU stands for author, AD stands for address. So only fields are different, but you can conduct same kind of analysis. You can take one field, you can take one field with many items, you can take two fields. All the analysis, whatever you had done using Web of Science, same analysis can be done in PubMed item also. You have to get this file, okay, and you can analyze. For example, I want to have only one analysis to show. For example, finally something called LA English. Here also LA stands for English. I select LA. LA is a single field, whole field intact. Prepare, say okay. See, let's come. As usual, you go to hosting, start descending, start. Okay, you can see now 2166 English records, 181 other language, 15 French, 9 Spanish, and 6 are in English and Portuguese. So all these kinds of same methodology of doing it. Okay, now let me go back to this. Is how you can do with PubMed. The only thing is you should find out what is the meaning of, okay, what is the meaning of PM, what is the meaning of FA. After understanding the field name, tag name, you can start analyzing one by one. Let me go to data for analysis. Let me go to this Scopus RS data. I select one Scopus data. Okay, fine. 2010. I select. I go to miscellaneous. I go to convert dialog format, and I go to Web of Science plain text Scopus RS format. I say okay. Let's wait for the answer. I think Bibexcel has some toughness with Scopus RIS format, it seems. While it is very easy with Web of Science database and PubMed database, It takes some time to deal with the bibliographical fields of Scopus, especially that is in RIS format. I personally believe, because every time you try with Scopus RIS set, it takes more time and it's not responding immediately. Fine, okay, maybe I have to wait for some time. But please understand, dear friends, and in the way you can download data from Web of Science or Scopus or PubMed, you can do all kinds of analysis, whatever you have done. So if you are familiar with Bibexcel, I am sure minimum of 25 tables can be created for any given data set. Go to Web of Science, download the data, put into MS Excel, and with the help of Bibexcel, you can make minimum 25 to 30 tables. So I'm sure you have got a good idea about use of Bibexcel. If there's any doubt, come back to me, and maybe in the next session, I would like to come back to you to discuss something more about the use of scientometric indicators, especially using MS Excel. Thank you, friend. Thank you so much.